Hey, fair warning. This is one of the many episodes that we're actually behind on and are releasing late due to me getting behind schedule. One, when I got incredibly sick with a viral infection for 2.5 weeks, and two, with me having gotten caught up during this Arch Linux transition. So, as such, I am rushing these edits and I might miss a few audio segments. So, if you are listening with the young ones, probably not the best idea. I've tried to make sure that I found all of the extenuous bits, but let's just say I have not been able to fine-tune the filter as I normally do. So, fair warning and thank you and apologies for the late releases. You're going to hear this on a few handful of these episodes coming up. But again, apologies. Thank you. Enjoy the show. After dark, before the show. All right, let me do that. Oh crap, hold on. I need to check one more thing. Output, recording, audio, recording. Literally giving you all the answers, the correlations, the patterns. There shouldn't be this big of a disconnect, even with his own realizations, right? His own perspectives.
What's his own code that broke?
The mandate that's getting ready to come down is prefaced with all these other companies are using AI. If you're not using AI, you're falling behind. And I'm just like,
no, you're not.
Are these other companies doing well? Are these other companies actually leveraging positivity? Like, you just can't say they're using it, therefore we're behind the ball. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Have you guys seen GitHub's uptime recently?
I just, sometimes it makes you feel like you're in a friggin', not a simulation. It makes you question your own sanity, because it's like, am I just not seeing something that everybody else is seeing? Because everyone is like, oh, this is great, this is magic. But then I'm literally seeing them show up like, I ran into this issue. Oh, this is definitely not production ready. I'm like, you don't see the consequences of your own actions.
Lead a horse to water, but...
Oi.
Oi. Oh. Cool. Yeah, we got some good topics in there. I'm glad you threw in the GameStop one.
Brother, that caught...
I just got that one today.
I was like, really? Because when I first saw the thumbnail for like the article that came up, I was like, oh, eBay's trying to buy GameStop. Okay, that's not crazy. That's what... Oh, GameStop tries to buy eBay. What the fuck? Also, I know I'm getting old when my evening snack is a Modelo Cerveza and honey roasted nuts. I'm literally like eating like I'm in a bar, a beer and some beer nuts.
Pretty much.
This is EOZ News, where we bring you the breaking, most controversial, most complicated news on a podcast that has probably 3 episodes releasing within the same week because somebody is not great at having them release on time. Now, I can blame Linux for that, but I'm going to be petty and I'm going to blame Windows for that. Stay tuned. Either way, I am your host, Zane Zunakami Blaylock. I am joined by our studious co-host who is munching down on an egg roll and some coffee. Big eater, Louis Sando with the Durango. Louis, how is that damn egg roll? That was rice I just saw. That was not an egg roll. That was rice.
It's gone now. That was the first thing to go. That egg roll. That was just some orange chicken and some rice. Chicken, little orange chicken juice right here. You catch me munching that this round.
See,
Delicious.
We're blending into other categories of the podcast world. Now we're getting into ASMR eating time. So
the mukbang. Lewis eating chicken for 2 hours.
Well, you know what? I will join you. I will grab me some nice bar honey roasted peanuts. So we're both going to be eating during this new transitional podcast category episode. That was a bad idea.
I picture like a news anchor, like lower third though, when you were saying when your wrist opened up.
Breaking news
with the weather.
Sorry, everybody. Look, we've been gone for a minute. I'll get into it in a bit. One, let's hope I don't end up dying in the first 15 minutes like the previous episode because I kept coughing and I couldn't control myself. And I'm really pushing the bar because, again, I'm eating peanuts and drinking a nice drink. That's not going to help in terms of trying to speak for about an hour. As a matter of fact, we probably already lost a few listeners based on my chewing voice as it is.
It's not too bad. At least that I can hear.
Well, you know what? I would believe you. We both got the headphones on, so we're locked deep into the waveforms of the various different audio levels. So it is what it is. Anyway, this is one of the weirdest openings to a podcast episode we have done to date. I'm just going to kind of mosey on over and tell everybody that we have quite the extensive topics for today. And we'll try to keep it within an hour. Though I make no promises because if I do, I will tend to break them. Louis, you have been working on a few things. We're not going to talk about Project B. That's still a little too soon to talk about that. And it's a little too soon because I have yet to actually look at any of the source code for it and contribute anything meaningful to it. And I feel bad about that, but that's what happens when your best friend is like a coding guru who eats, sleeps, drinks, and expletive programming.
Or chicken. Oh, yeah. It sleeps pretty sore chicken.
It's either coding or it's chicken. You have a fit. You know what? Let's open up the Couchy bets. What is Louis eating at 12 o'clock p.m. on May 4th, his time? Is it going to be chicken or is it programming?
Your bets now.
Hey, Louis. Well,
predictions.
What's your food schedule like? Just between you and me. No reason.
Probably you just do the OMAD stuff. Just like eating once a day. Yeah. Do bulletproof coffee. Except for today.
Okay.
So more coffee because gotta stay active for the show.
Yeah. So 1 meal a day. So that means around 8 o'clock it should be about chicken. Okay. All right.
Chicken. There you go.
It's not insider trading. It's not stocks. It's prediction betting. Yeah. Anyway. You've been dipping your toes into trying to figure out what's wrong with everybody else. I mean, the newer fad, or is it a fad? I'm going to call it a fad, but methods of people using tools to program. And you recently tried out in a little experiment with some close individuals, vibe coding. What was your experience like?
Yeah. So I've tried the vibe coding, tried a Claude, your agentic mode and all that. Tried a little bit of Mistral and CodeStroll. And what is it, that JetBrains one, Junie or something? Tried all those models. And usually just not impressed. The stuff I get one shot I see is usually just like code bootstraps. I could just like bootstrap with like one npm command or something. And I don't know, just generally not super impressed. Can I get some things right? Yeah. Is it always in the best way? Not necessarily. Sometimes I think I spend more time trying to talk to the AI, get something to work. But I decided, because everyone's saying that software development is cooked every 6 months for the past like 3 years. I will take someone that does not know much about coding, my wife. I love her very much, but she's not a coder. She lets me handle all the computer stuff at home, all the tech stuff. And I figured it'd be fun if we do a little experiment where she vibe codes and she describes what she wants in an application. And we just see how far the LLM goes. And I think she vibed for like a total of like 2-3 hours. It was hard to tell definitively because we got rate limited because we got the Claude Pro, yeah, Cloud Code Pro $20 tier, which is now being phased out, I think, at the end of this pay cycle. So I just got in just in time for this little experiment. But she described the application. It looked all right. You know, it's definitely prototype status because it's AI. Can't really make a lot of polished stuff. And after a while, the requests started timing out, and she was able to talk to it less and less over the course of time. And then, well, I looked at the code. She looked at it, but she doesn't understand what good code versus bad code is. And it was probably the worst JavaScript I've ever seen. The Go code was all right, but it's just basic CRUD commands. But if I were to take on this project and try to tell Claude back off, it's my turn now. I'll fix this. It'd probably be easier to start over. Just so much convoluted JavaScript stuff. And then that's kind of where I was like, well, yeah, we're not there yet. It can't make much anything done like a prototype. And software developers are going to exist for a long time. So yeah, that was a fresh new experience with someone who didn't know coding, and you kind of really need to know coding to steer these things. But even then, results may vary. That's just the nature of the beast. So that was a fun little experiment there. I think I remember telling you all that stuff, and it was insightful. But that's been mine and my wife's past weekend is what we did.
I mean, it's a nice little family project, little family outing, like an experience to do. And probably you're going to be added to a hit list by every Vibe coder that exists on the planet.
Yep.
It's like, how dare you try out the experience and not have the same magical experience and outcome that we have? I want your job, Lewis. I want your job without the hard work to put into it.
Well, that's statistics for you.
Oh yeah. And to be fair, I have not done yet like actual code generative AI stuff yet, but I've done some Claude related assistance, some Copilot assistance, some hey, what is the best way to tackle this particular type of situation, and yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's a great way to get like a general idea, but whatever it gives you needs to be heavily scrutinized. And 10 times, I was gonna say 10 times out of 10. Okay, I'll give it a little leeway. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to rewrite like a large portion of it depending on what it is you're actually asking for. If you say, give me hello world, I mean, it'll give you hello world because it's grabbing somebody's hello world from GitHub or Stack Overflow or what's the other stack?
Server fault and all those other. So, oh,
yeah,
sure,
yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's not a hard solution though for anything serious, anything real in like a professional industry and type of environment. At least in my experience, I have people in the industry who begs to disagree, but I have yet to actually see it come to something where it's like, hey, give me something, I can put this into production without any care in the freaking world. So when we get there, then I'll start sweating bullets, but until then, no. So speaking of like various different type of platforms though, I also know, because you got me interested specifically in like, okay, How do you say this? Is it Forgio or is it Forge Joe?
Say Forge Joe, but I don't talk to anyone. All my friends are online. I say Forge Joe. It's like when you read that big word in the book and then you actually talk to a buddy about it for the first time. Yeah, I think it's Forjo. Forjo? Forge Joe. Is it German?
I don't know. When I see it, I get like maybe I'm biased. I don't know. I get like a little small Spanish flair to it. So I think like for Gio. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah. But I don't whatever. I'm enjoying it. I have stood up my own instance of Forgio, Forge Joe, for Go, whatever you want to call this. And
Fortigo. Forgigo. Go all night with these. Exactly. There's some guy in the comments like, you guys are ruining it. Hey, creator of Forjo here. It's pronounced.
You know what? Get in line. GIF versus GIF and all the other things, okay? We're just adding to the meta. But no, I dig it. I like it. It was real easy to set up. It's real easy to utilize. You can share with friends and family. It's nicely contained. And for some reason, I know it's a fork of Git or Git EA or Gitia. Adding to the list. Just adding to the list.
Yeah, I say Gitty, but I know that's probably not right because there's no two T's and.
It is like
that's another weird one.
Is it like GNOME where it wants to be Gutty? I don't know. People are weird in 2026. Very
Linux
weird.
plus GNU or GNU Linux or just Linux.
Or Linux.
Oh, I've heard that too.
I think Swedish people, because it's like the whole like Linus Torvald. If you're in Sweden, he's like, oh yeah, you can say Linus because that's like their natural dialect, linguistic stuff there.
Yeah.
So I think people
they
say
pronounce it there.
Linux, Linux, etc. Whatever.
Linus.
That's more French, isn't it?
Maybe Linu. Probably don't pronounce the X.
Linu is my baguette. Which, you know what? We talked about it before already, didn't we?
What?
No, I think in either past episode or the 2 episodes ago, France is like dropping the windows and like going hard Linux.
Oh, mon ami, yes. You're trying to get away from that Microsoft sauce right there. Yeah, I mean, it vibes with your journey there too, because you've been trying to move away there as well with your DaVinci Resolve stuff, right?
Everything, man. Everything.
Arch.
Yes.
Arc.
Yes.
Is it Arc? No one says Arc. It's Arch.
I for the longest time, well, I'll say for the longest, a couple of years back, I did think it was Arc, but it's Arch. That's why the A has like the very hard curve in it. It's an arch.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. So Arch Linux, yeah. Or I could be wrong. Maybe this epiphany of what I've been told and read up on is actually incorrect, and it actually is Arch by the original team or person that first generated the idea for. I don't know. For anyone who
like
looks,
the word.
Yes.
I was gonna say it's like the word cache. I've heard some people say cache. They're just like, no, it's cache.
Man, that was a pet peeve.
Salad.
That was
Cache.
a pet peeve. No, cash. It's cash. What the hell up is cash? But I pronounce it cache because it has an E. I'm super fancy. About to reach into my cache and pull out something to beat you over the head with. No, I'm joking. Say whatever you want. I'm not in the grammar police or the linguistics police. I'm not a grammar Nazi. I'm not a linguist Nazi. I'm not any kind of Nazi, okay? Let's get that clear and squared away out the boat, especially today.
Sorry, I was looking up the etymology of cache. It is French. It's originally a French word. That's why it's weird.
Okay.
So that's why the E's not pronounced. It's a little temporary hideout or hiding place. Yeah, but it's French. That's why it's weird.
Interesting.
That, that's why it's weird in English. I'm sure it sounds great in French.
Also, I gotta for the listeners, I will just say Lewis made a very interesting hand gesture. No, not that hand gesture. More so a hand gesture that goes over the lip like a mustache. I'm doing it now, but the listeners are not. Anyway, also Pocket ID. How have you been enjoying Pocket ID? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. Pocket ID. It's for rolling out your own SSO. Yeah, because I don't want to give Google and GitHub and all these other people access to just cancel me, essentially. Yeah, I've heard some stories about people's GitHub accounts just being closed because GitHub disagreed with one of their projects and they just locked them out of their account. And GitHub integrates with a lot of stuff. Got your Cloudflare login. You could just log in with GitHub there. You could log in with Netlify, a whole bunch of developer platforms, Fly.io. And if you get locked out, that's kind of it's kind of like you're losing access to like basically everything developer related. So kind of don't want that. Just self-hosting my own SSO. Pocket ID is great. It's ready and go. I recommend that.
For those who do not know, we have become a pretty big fan of Golang. Right now, I'm calling it the only or the last great thing Google has ever basically done.
That came out 2006, I think. When was Golang released?
Don't say that, Lewis, because if we date Golang, you know it's going to end up on Killed by Google.
Let's see, 2009 actually.
Okay, not that bad. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Difference of 3 years, but whatever. But yeah, and I will add for my update of what I've been working on and what I've been going through in general for this journey into Linux as my main operating system for most of my computers. It's been nice. Had a few delays. Again, we talked about it in the weird intro of the episode. So I got all of the production assets, the assets are pulled in. What I forgot to do is finish exporting a few other projects and importing them into the Linux partition. And I'm missing a few Fusion assets, which is like, your presets for lower thirds and certain type of animations. So I still actually got to locate those files to actually do that, but progress has been made, and hopefully I should be up before the end of Monday coming up. Well, I gotta wrong button. Nope, right button. Before the end of the 4th of May. So hopefully before May 5th. Revenge of the 5th will. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. May the Force be with you, and then Revenge of the 5th. Yes, it's in May.
Oh, really? I didn't know that was okay. I didn't know that was Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah,
that's a fun one.
Yeah, it's just people being Star Wars. Okay.
I like that.
Also, I'm turning into a turtle. My time in like 100% Linux environments have basically made me go, I hate doing a lot of things manually. I will write a shell script for that. And I have written a lot of shell scripts within the last 3 days in particular. And I learned that you could do functions in Bash. I didn't know functions existed in Bash. For as long as I've lived, I've used Ubuntu when I was 17. I did not know shell scripts could have functions. I feel ashamed.
Well, now you learned. And now you get to do all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because some other fun stuff is dealing with hardware issues, like trying to have your friggin' Focusrite Scarlett Solo mixer be compatible with both a Windows system and a Linux system, because you have them connected to 2 different systems. And your Linux system goes, which is weird, because for the Linux system, okay, the Focusrite is connected via USB to a Windows computer, and it feeds out to, again, the same Windows computer, and I have it split on a different output going into the Linux computer for the microphone. So it's a 3.5 millimeter jack out into the Linux computer's microphone input. It does not want, it created static, like very loud, crazy static for no friggin' reason. And then I made it worse. I tried unplugging it and plugging it back in, thinking, this is the first IT solution, right? Unplug it and plug it back in. I plugged it into the wrong port. I plugged it into the audio out for the 5.7 surround sound audio platform that computer's motherboard has. So Linux goes, oh, I detected an input for audio out for surround sound. Let me create these audio objects that has 7 different type of streams on it. So now when I click my audio icon, I have like all of these freaking audio devices because it's like, hey, I discovered these for you. And I can try to go in and disable them, but I'm not because I have a very fragile audio setup for the streaming system for gaming. And I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Linux experience.
You should try asking Claude, man. I'm sure it'll fix it for you. Make it more stable for you right there.
I gotta cut that out. I don't think YouTube will allow that.
Oh man.
Speaking of Claude, though, so I can't go into great detail. If you're curious, Lewis, I'll tell you after the show. I had the opportunity to speak with an Apple engineer. He's like a developer and also does a little bit of marketing in person.
Nice.
In person. Again, can't go into details for the show, and it's not to protect. Damn, I said it's not to protect this person. It's to protect me. But no. So we talked AI, we talked hardware, we talked software. It was a great conversation. Essentially, we agreed on a lot of things, and some other things we just we took pot shots at each other. It's like, oh, you're a Linux guy? I was like, yeah, I'm a Linux guy. It's like, oh, well, you can just get into the Apple ecosystem and then just run Linux VMs or just use Unix because you can use the terminal on Apple. And I was like, that's not the point as to why. I was like, oh, I would definitely buy more Apple hardware if I could install Linux on said hardware. He's like, well, you can. I went, no, you can't. I mean, aside from Asahi, which is like not ready for like full usage right now, you can install Linux on top of Apple, which is actually even the same thing with Asahi. You're still gonna have like had a miniature stroke, not Windows. You're gonna have Mac OS still running on like a very early level for your stack of the hardware. I had a weird Velcro thing attached to my cloak. Don't worry about that. Also, sorry, the laptop just triggered. What is that called?
Siri?
No, the night light. And I was like, oh, why is everything getting orange?
So that's
yeah. Okay. But say no. It's still gonna be running Apple stuff on it. I want like full control over my hardware. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. you don't need that. It's like, yeah, but I want that. Like, you don't tell me what I need.
Lots of things that people don't necessarily need to make things fun.
And then he went on this spiel about like how
You don't need 2 cars. Just take turns.
He went on a spiel about like the software for Apple and like how it's more open than people give it credit for. I was like, no, the hell it's not. He's like, what do you mean? Right. And so I told him, I was like, one of the main reasons why I still use Linux because I do like to game, and gaming on Mac is just not great. It's not. It's feasible, but it's just not great. And he went, oh yeah, but you're using the Proton translation layer. I went, yeah. He goes, yeah, but you're just running like Windows software on top of Linux. And I went,
No, it's not. No,
it's not.
no.
It's not. But entertaining that I did, it's like, even still, I'm running it on Linux. I can't do that on Mac. And he's like, well, I mean, you could run Mac stuff on Linux. I was like, yeah, no, you can't. As a matter of fact, I would be more, yeah, I would be more praising of Apple if they released some of their main software on other platforms because they're not open.
There's also like some subtle Unix utilities that don't work on Mac. Like for instance, the move command is a particular. Yeah, like the bare bones like MV. The one pre-installed on Macs, it's a different version of move than you have on Linux. So if I try to set like I don't know like 3 different files to a different, yeah, if I try to move like several files to the same directory, I can't. I have to download the like GNU move, the gmove command, so it could behave like it does on Linux. And there's lots of other things like that. I forget what other commands. I think sed and awk are probably similar. I think those are. Let's see. I gotta pull it up right now. The awk one. No, actually, the awk one might be the same GNU one. Sed. Let me see. Sed is the BSD version. Yeah. So there's a little different nuances here and there. They're not all the GNU versions. So if you go from Linux to Mac, it's your script might break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's small differences like that. It's not open. I would challenge them to say compared to what? Open compared to like what framework? There's no way.
And he tried to say that, well, the reason why they don't put their software on other platforms is because they give it away to their ecosystem users for free. And I went, okay, for many things, sure, but let's talk about like production stuff. Final Cut Pro. Why can't that be developed for other OSs?
Yeah.
I mean, you're already buying it if you're a Mac user. Why can't I buy it too as a Linux user? And it's like, well, I mean, it's like, I can buy DaVinci Pro and I can use DaVinci Pro on Windows, on Mac, and on Linux. No, Mac is not open. It's open for people in the ecosystem, but that's not really open now, is it?
Photoshop Web. You can run Photoshop Web on the Chrome OS.
So, the takeaway though, the guy was great. He was very passionate about what he does, and I'm actually very happy for him. In turn, I keep saying him. I wrote in the docs to be like them, yes, but I'll fix it in post, whatever.
You just targeted 50% of the Apple ecosystem. Now down to 50.
They're a great person. They're passionate, and they're very serious about the things that they care for. They talked about a lot about security and privacy. And even there, we had a little bit of back and forth on some pot shots about like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure there's some backdoor. We don't do backdoors at Apple. You can say that, you can believe that, but I'm pretty sure there are backdoors at Apple. There's backdoors everywhere. I'm not trying to even single Apple out. There are backdoors everywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like probably only like 5 people at the company know. So let's be real. Like he probably doesn't know, and maybe that's better for his conscience. But like, there's backdoors and everything.
It's better for that. That's a great T-shirt. That's better for his conscience or their conscience. Like that's. I like that. So, great time. And look, again, just as a quick disclosure, right now, Apple's hardware is killing it. Apple software is killing it. That's largely to do with the fact that Microsoft has dropped the fucking ball. Like, they perform worse than my Hawks. And I don't know if you watch basketball, but my Hawks lost to, I forget who, but they whooped their ass like 50 some odd points to 14. Okay? It was embarrassing. And Microsoft is doing worse than them.
Yeah, like they're the glass, the liquid glass. is like for a lot of like pro users, but at the same time, it's not as bad as some of the stuff that Microsoft's been rolling out and turning back their head or turning their back on. Like, yep, we'll fix these things. Don't worry, guys. Like, but what about all these other things? No one's really complaining about these things. As long as you don't screw up that bad, and I mean, it sounds like Apple's gonna go a whole new different direction with this new CEO. Which did we talk about in the last podcast either?
I think we just mentioned
That's
that
new,
he
right?
was coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's official. I forget his name now. Doesn't roll off the tongue like Tim Apple.
You are now forever and more known as Tin Apple. Tim Apple.
Tim Apple.
Whatever your last name was before, it's Apple now. Just like we
John
have
Apple.
the Gulf of America, we have Tim Apple. Well, yeah, okay.
John Turnus, that's right. John Turnus.
John McIntosh.
Please say this. Please, some White House staffer just drop that in like one of his meeting notes.
Oh my goodness.
I would love that so much.
Speaking of things that are loved, I have to do a little bit of gushing and glazing. There's an indie developer, and I apologize, I don't remember the name of your studio. It doesn't help because when you're doing your marketing, you're doing it for the game, so all of your account says like play Windrose. But the developers behind the indie game, Windrose, I fucking love you. The game is amazing, it's early access, and it feels more complete than a lot of games from AAA studios that come out as quote unquote complete. For those who do not know.
How much is it?
Huh?
How much is it?
Like $30 right now, somewhere around there. And again,
Sweet.
it feels much more like a complete project or product than many AAA games right now. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically a pirate game, a pirate survival. Think Assassin's Creed Black Flag mixed in with Valheim and maybe a little bit of like Ark or something. I don't know, but it's great. Me, Captain Rye, and Bacon Dave have been playing it for like the last 3 weeks, every Tuesday or so. We finally got our big ships. Spoiler alert. We thought, hey, we're playing together as a group of 3. We're gonna get this quest done. We're gonna get like this one big ship where we're all gonna just sail on. Well, we did the quest, we completed it, we fixed up the thing. 3 big ass ships spawned in the water. We each got our own ship. We said, oh, it's game over. It's game over. We got 3 big ships. Oh, it's a done deal. We each got our own crew, and we can make them sing shanties. It's great. It's great.
I gotta show you something after the show. Now that you brought up sea shanting. I'm related to that. Just something hilarious I found. A great use of AI, I would say.
Oh, is it like AI of the Wellerman came to sell us tea, sugar, and rum? Like what we doing?
It's more nerdy. Way more nerdy.
You have piqued my interest, sir.
I'll pull it up here in a different tab so I don't forget.
Speaking of crazy, nerdy, just wild and like WTF moments, I want every listener and viewer to have a seat. And if you're taking a seat, I want you to stand up. Now take a seat.
Sit it back down.
Okay. I want you to close your eyes, visualize an experience where you're surfing the web and you go upon a site that gives you articles and various different things about news. For me, it is news.kagi.com because Kagi is the best search engine to date, and it blows Google out of the water, it blows DuckDuckGo out of the water, it blows Yahoo out of the water, it blows Bing, because the only Bing that I recognize is Chandler Bing. May he rest in peace. And imagine you see this article where it's you just kind of glance over it and you see the picture of eBay and Best Buy Not, oh, shoot, no, I'm sorry. I'm going through a fantasy world. You see eBay.
No,
I mean, that makes more sense. Like eBay and Best Buy. But you see eBay and you see GameStop. And you see things like prepare to buy. And you go, oh, okay, that's interesting. eBay is trying to buy GameStop. I can understand. You might just want some of the physical hardware. You might want to do a whole thing about pushing the idea of selling physical game media, find the nerds and like do some auctions. That may, and then you snap into reality and you actually read the headline and you see.
it goes gravity.
Oh, it goes real scrappy. GameStop.
Yeah, that's a.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, keep going. I'm just hyping it up.
Yeah. You read, and I quote, GameStop positions itself to purchase eBay. We're living in a goddamn simulation. First, some fucking shoe companies go, I want to be an AI company, and they make billions. You know, GameStop wants to buy eBay.
I just had to drop that in there. Does that go through to the other audio channel?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Oh, man.
Louis, what the hell's going on?
I don't know, man. Like, I know that. You know what I mean? The thought just came to mind that eBay just wants to be a master flipper. They're gonna collect all these like things from eBay and buy them from people, and then like sell it up like 90% markup. Kind of like when you bring like your mint edition Pokemon Red game. Sorry, kids. Best we could do is $10. Put it back on the shelf. Slap $200 on there.
You know what? When GameStop was going through monetary issues, they should have took a page out of Pawn Stars, and they should have started a reality show of them doing this in the store. Oh, you have mint condition entire Halo collection? $5. I gotta make a profit, man. $5, and I gotta find a seller. You know, I gotta find some nerd that wants the full collect. $5. $5 in the back alley. Like,
Maybe 10% off your next, purchase $50.
oh,
That's about all I can do, kid.
Don't forget a subscription to Game Informer.
Oh man, yeah.
Actually, shout out to Game Informer. One of the best magazines I've actually ever been subscribed to. I freaking loved Game Informer. May they, rest in peace, but like they're not dead. They just stopped, doing stuff. But for the people that ran it and contributed, much love. Yeah, I still don't know what the hell's going on. Like, the CEO is smoking crack.
I don't know, man. The shares jumped 13% after hours. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Lewis.
I don't know. I just don't know. Like, is my GameStop logging gonna work across with like eBay profile? I don't know. I have a sore spot with eBay because every time I make an account, like 10 minutes later they like cancel it. It doesn't matter what email I use, they cancel it. It's
Somebody,
like, how do you know me?
Yeah, you got beef with somebody at eBay, man.
Picked off the wrong guy in traffic or something. Who is this man?
No, you made a very valid point though. Their stock rose by 13. You said 13%.
Yeah.
All right. I said this in the last episode, and I'm going to make it a reiteration in this episode. 1, nothing on the internet is real. Okay? 2, people with a lot of money are f***ing stupid. That is all.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll see how this transforms the platform. It's just not what I had on my 2027 bingo card. It'd be like, I don't know. It would be almost like if Twitch was looking to buy eBay, and then like they end up buying it, and they just end up like having like auctions for all these streamers' bathwater or something like that.
Don't give them ideas, Louis.
Yeah, I don't know. I see potential there. I'll see how the platform transforms.
Ice cream, so good, so good. Auction now, bid now. Hot dog, so good. As if TikTok wanted to buy eBay. I don't think that's a meta anymore though. I think that's done and over with. I'm not sure though.
I don't know. I'll keep up with the I don't know what the kids say nowadays.
No. One thing people should keep up with though is release the goddamn Epstein files. Anyway.
Speaking of Epstein files, Microsoft.
Oh man, look. I just want to reiterate. I used to be such a big Microsoft fan. I used to buy the Surface line products. I used to be a whore for Windows. You know, it was great. It was great. Matter of fact, Windows 7 is probably still one of the most top tier OSs to ever exist. You know. I didn't hate Windows 8. I didn't, mainly because I use a lot of touch interfaces things, and like I didn't care for the UI still, but like I had no problems using it. Microsoft is a shadow of its former self. It is an empty shell that has had all forms of innovation, improvement, decent quality has all just been drained out of it. Matter of fact, who was there was a YouTuber who used to work for Microsoft. Barnacles? Was that his name?
I don't think I knew this guy. No.
He was a big tech tuber back in the early days. He had some crazy, like, massive ultra wide and TV monitor setups mounted to a 45-degree angle part of his room ceiling. I think it was Barnacles. But yeah, he had at one point started becoming vocal about the issues at Microsoft, and then I think eventually either he left or he was laid off or something. Not a barnacle, Kagi, Barnacles, the YouTuber.
Barnacle, I got it.
Barnacles are weird, by the way. Like there's just the sea is creepy.
The sea is different.
Barnacle? No, not no.
Did I read this correctly in the show notes that the next Xbox is going to be running Windows 11?
Yes. What? Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed. But apparently,
they're trying to just test the waters.
Yeah, apparently. So the next Xbox project is called Project Helix. That's the code name for the next Xbox. And so far, a lot of the data mining heavily suggests that it's going to run a version of Windows 11, heavily skinned into a entertainment type of game profile. But the whole idea is they're trying to basically be a gaming system that's kind of like gaming on PC, because they realize that PC gaming is just top tier. PC master race.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Well, PC as a personal computer, not PC as Windows.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Hold on, I'm trying. Okay, so just a quick little tangent. My Linux laptop, my ThinkPad, the function key is on the far right where you would normally want your control key to be. I don't know if you can see that there. So and I don't mind it, but the only issue is whenever I use a different laptop or a keyboard, I'm always now pressing function for control and control for function, and it's bothering the hell out of me.
I'm one of the like control in the corner kind of guys on a computer, because that's going to be more often used, in my opinion, than function. I don't think I use any of the function keys all that often. I'm using control more. I know that laptop will sometimes like have those like what is it, laptop brightness and like play like those media controls be shortcuts, and then you have to do function to actually do the F keys. Yeah.
But anyway, the Xbox new CEO, oh god, what's her name? Asha Sharma, has actually been impressing a lot of people so far. She's been turning the direction back to undo a lot of this Xbox everywhere and all of this jazz. She wants to lower the price of. It used to be called Xbox Gold, but I know it's not called that anymore. What's the Xbox subscription?
Yeah, shoot.
Xbox Games Live, Xbox Live, something.
Game Pass?
Game Pass, yes. Yes, Game Pass.
Is it Game Pass?
Game Pass, yes. So Game Pass is going to be going down in price because she's like, people can't afford crap, so let's be nice. The only issue is to make that cost effective, they're removing Call of Duty from the Game Pass project. So, like, the thing that most people buy Game Pass for, not gonna really...
So, is Game Pass like the access to their online multiplayer, and you can play games online as well? Like,
No, I don't know. I do know specifically Game Pass is more so used to be like, oh, you pay the subscription service, you have access to just play these games without having to buy them. But if you in your subscription, you lose access to those games unless you go and deliberately pay full price to buy them. But I don't know if online services is tied to it. Probably not.
Okay. Xbox Game Pass Essential, $10 a month. 50 plus games on Xbox console, PC, and supported devices. Stream games, including so you can stream games and play them remotely, and online console multiplayer. So it's blended now. It's different from the days when I had Xbox Gold.
Yeah.
And Silver. Oh. I forget what the difference was between those.
Again, I'm sorry, Microsoft of the past. Even Xbox in its golden days, what happened to unique UIs? You remember like the whole sliding and like the weird energy green bubble that would like start up the engine and then the thing came up? What happened to interesting UX and UI? Everybody's just like, oh, look at these squares. Bloop, 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 square, bloop, 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 menus, bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh. Anyway, so yes, it looks like they want to do PC gaming, and here's what makes them look even like crazier, right? They're crumbling to competition in every direction. Every direction. It came out that Microsoft wants Xbox to make sure for Project Helix and going forward that their performance out benchmarks SteamOS. Now it makes sense. It make you want, like, everyone's using Steam. Steam's making the SteamOS and Steambox and all this jazz. They're becoming like an actual solidified console with Steam boxes. Like, oh, so these are the new kids, and they're not kids. These are the new guys who have been in the industry but are like now becoming more mainstream. I get it. But what the hell do you mean you have to worry about outperforming a platform that does use translation layers like Proton, which, don't get me wrong, like Proton is amazing, is great. But if you have games natively built and designed for your platform, I'm talking about like Halo, Call of Duty, like you literally do first-party native compatibility. Performance should not be a problem whatsoever.
It's like you could pull every single stop, do all the tricks, optimize all the way down.
What are you doing?
Instead, this like system with the translation layer, so it could work sort of like Windows is performing. Man, if that's not admitting defeats, oh man, I could just imagine the layers of muck the like Xbox game developers like have to trudge through that in that case. Years and years and years of monkey patches and vibes, I guess, nowadays. It's like, why is this here? We can't break that now. We can't touch it.
I just don't know, man. It makes little to no sense to me. It makes me go like, bring Dreamcast back. You know what? Sega, come back.
Sega.
Make a new Dreamcast. Replace Xbox because replace Nintendo too. By the way, Nintendo's been doing some and they've been losing out on some of their copyright patent bullshit stuff too. And like I deliberately just avoid Nintendo like the plague now. I mean, think about look. Okay, I'm gonna get a little meta. This is a tangent, by the way. Nintendo cares so much about IP safety and the image of what their stuff is and being family friendly and promoting safety and all this jazz. People are killing people in stores over Pokemon cards. Not a peep from Nintendo. Why? Because people are killing people over the Pokemon card. They're making a lot of money. Oh, you mom's the word. Then you want to be. Get the hell out of here, Nintendo. By the way, Pal World, getting ready for some major updates. I will be there once the updates drops. I'm getting back into it. Love you, Pal World. Pocket World, that's the name of the company that made Pal World. You got a pal in me. That can be misinterpreted.
You got a pal in me.
Matter of fact, you got a friend in me can be heavily misinterpreted too. Matter of fact, maybe when Woody goes, there's a snake in my boot, he's not talking about a snake. Anyway, where the hell?
Real quick. I'm gonna send you some pictures real quick.
Of what?
And if you were stuck on a desert island, and I asked you if you get this answer correctly, I will feed you and take you off of this island, but you only get one chance to get this right. And I asked you, which one of these is the Xbox? Which one would you give? Which one would you pick, Zane? That black picture I sent you or that white picture I sent you? Which one looks more like an Xbox now?
Oh my god, man. Yo. Every Xbox used to be so fucking cool. They had like the divots with the curves or like just the beefy giant black box with the X on it. People. Matter of fact, no, I gotta give Sony some props. People complained about the design for the PS5.
It's got some curves though.
Yeah,
it's got some character to it.
Yes! I was like, how dare you? In a world where every console is a fucking box, how dare you diminish the idea of actual creative design?
Yeah.
Now the PS5 Pro, it kind of went backwards. I wanted more of the flair. I wanted more of the,
Yeah, like I mean, look at that. Some like design choices were made there to like, well, okay, the hard drive edition is gonna have that little bump there, as opposed to like the digital edition with the Xbox 360. But it's got some character to it. Those curves, like, like you were able to take it apart, right? But you just had to read like a manual to know where the clips were. And, like someone designed that. Like someone's like, no, it's gotta look cool, like on the media center. People are gonna be like, that's an Xbox, right? That's a console right there. And then we just went Square, like, screw it. Square is easier, call it good. I mean, granted, that's what Steam hardware is doing, but this is their first console.
Yes.
This isn't like, yes. So I'm cutting them some slack there too.
And I mean, and to be fair, that cube has like a weird, cool little visor LED, like a cyborg.
Yeah, some character to it. Yeah.
And so for this, the white Xbox that you sent me, this just the tower box, I would be okay with this if put a fucking design on it, put some texture to it, have like some carved, like if Cortana was like on one side and then like Master Chief was on the front. Yeah, yes. Like just embed it like an emboss, a pillow emboss, a powder where it's like it's slightly translucent or you look at the right angle, you can see various different icons and iconic elements from Xbox history. Don't give me just a slab.
Yeah. You have to pay extra for the like a little bit of design, which is really just a skin. Which at that point, like, bro, just partner up with like D-Brand or something so they could design at least the skin, because like you got to pay what for the. I mean, that's also a 2 terabyte version, so you pay more for hardware. But to get that slightly better design, that powder coat, actually, it's probably not powder coat anyway.
Yeah.
It's like $800. Yeah.
This is why I use this phone. This phone here, it has a cool, interesting design to it. Nothing is actually pretty cool. I mean, it's stupid. I'm the first to call this stupid. It's super. Like what is it? An intestine? I got intestines on the back of my phone. little GI tract there going on. But
little deal.
But at least it's interesting. It's different. It's something.
Conversation starter. Yeah.
God, look at this series. Oh, a little speckle. I sneezed on it. Like,
Man.
I do like that green base though. That little green disc at the bottom. That's pretty cool. Like that. That's something.
That's a nice little touch there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even notice there's a black disc on that white one. Is that just pivot it? I don't know. The lazy Susan.
Oh, Microsoft, your disappointment. Speaking of disappointments, Google. Like I don't really have much to go into deep on this, but like they're still moving forward with their trying to lock out side loading apps by saying you have to be a part of their registered, recognized, and approved developer list to be to have your apps installed on any system. I'm gonna just say it right now. I will be working on some fan comic type of illustrations over the next set of holidays this year. All I'm gonna say is you're gonna see a lot of developers refusing to put a certain type of identifier on their arm. And Google employees and Google people are gonna have a very particular type of attire. And no, not Satya Nadella, who I like to call Satya Nutella. Who's the Google
Nutella
CEO?
Yeah, it's that's Microsoft.
Yeah, but so, I'm trying to remember
Sundar Pichai.
Yes, Sundar Pichai.
Pichai.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pichai.
I'm gonna give you a very interesting mustache.
Oh man, it's so sad. Like, you're starting not to own anything that you have, essentially.
Yeah.
Hardware, software. I mean, people say, like, well, you're owning technically a license to Android. Like, man, I want to be able to run whatever program I want. You do that on your computer. Why can't I do that on my phone?
For now.
Just locking it down. For now, right?
That's
You gotta know how old I am first. Sorry, kid. Are you 18 or older? Like, all right, here you go.
Let me scan your face. No, look. I forget. It might have been Linus and Luke actually. I saw a clip. I wasn't able to sit in on the more recent WAN show. I think I told you I had a family gathering last night. Which, by the way, I'm super tired. I'm just like super exhausted. Anyway, somebody made a joke. One of the two made a comment about if you are at least going to pretend and market your country with freedom, you should at least pretend like you have freedom. It wasn't about this particular topic. I forget what it was about. I don't, But I felt that. And this is one of those things where I feel that, okay? I get it. Safety, security, the layman is stupid. Our listeners and viewers are not laymen. Y'all are not stupid. Okay? Let's make that clear. If you just decide to subscribe and follow the #1 hit podcast in the world right now, Essence is in After Dark, you're not stupid. Matter of fact, you might be borderline genius. Okay? All right, so go ahead and hit that little
quality.
Yeah. Yeah. Click that button. I like that. Click that button. Yeah.
Shh. Just be between us.
Sensually. Yes. And if you're super advanced, go ahead and just copy that RSS feed and put it on your tracker. See, like I said, put it on your tracker. Yeah. Yeah. Geniuses. Yeah. We know our audience. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, normies. No, look again, and you do it today. You're not automatically able to just sideload apps willy nilly. Your phone comes with a pre-applied contraceptive. You're safer than you normally are. Okay, you got to go in and do a few things to take the contraceptive off. Okay, and typically when you're doing that, you've already shown enough wherewithal mentally to go, I know what I'm doing, or I'm taking the risk myself. Okay? Raw dogging it on these app markets.
You're taking that context and be like, do you guys believe YouTube calls us a tech channel?
I mean, what's the tech channel? I can have an AI voice for 2 seconds. Tech channel. Matter of fact,
Okay.
we're transitioning to other categories. This is now a comedy podcast.
I need a laugh track on it.
I'm going on Joe Rogan's podcast tomorrow. We're going to talk about things that aren't funny.
There you go.
No. Anyway, yeah, I just. Oh, also speaking of AI, Google released some weird. Have you heard about Cosmo?
No, other than like Fairly Odd Parents one, like Cosmo and Wanda. Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
that's really what they're calling an AI, Cosmo. I suppose makes it sound very ethereal.
I don't know anything about it, and apparently a lot of people don't. People just saw that Google dropped, like the actual Google account on Google Play Store, dropped an app called Cosmo. Is some type of weird AI bot thing, and then within I think was it 3 hours? After 3 hours, they just pulled it. They just took it away, and people were thinking, oh, it's probably before Google I/O coming up, or maybe it was an accidental release. You know.
Probably, but the way the Play Store is set up and everything, I could imagine if someone downloaded it, they could force undownload it too.
Oh.
Like, sorry, you don't have this device anymore. Consider malware. We're just gonna remove it.
That reminded me of Sony, and they did that with their PlayStation platform.
They did what? I don't think
Yeah.
I remember this one.
So Hideo Kojima, the Metal Gear Solid creator, had partnered with I think it was Hideo Kojima, had partnered with Guillermo del Toro, and they were making a Silent Hill game. And if you remember, the game was called PT, and they released a demo for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But the game got canceled because of like legal disputes or whatever. And it became like, oh, well, I guess, we still have the demo. Sony said, fuck you. We're going to go into people's actual systems and forcefully remove the downloaded PT demo. And it set off a chain reaction. People disconnected their PlayStations from the internet. They kept the install of the demo on their PlayStation, and it made those particular PlayStations highly valuable because it had quote unquote lost the media on it. And people sold it on eBay for like $1,000.
Oh, I see your move here, GameStop. GameStop's trying to flip the.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But that's it's what. Well, look, I'm not saying it's gonna be us. Maybe it will in like 5 to 10 years. But it would be nice to see companies go, fuck all of this. Let's go back to how it was. We can keep all the modern advancements, but there's no reason why people can't own their. There's no reason people can't keep what they have downloaded and secure on their own devices. It's no business of ours. Now, like if they want to try to do some weird fraud or some weird piracy things, like that's gonna happen. We kind of really can't control that. And hopefully you could build an audience that would still support you and just not, dive so deep into that where they end up screwing you over. Dreamcast. I think consumers have learned and will hopefully not do that ever again. Hopefully. Hopefully. You know what I'm talking about with the Dreamcast thing, right?
Well, you're talking about when they force an install. No, because you didn't do that. They wait, Dreamcast? You mean
Yeah.
like the ancient console?
Yeah. It's the reason why
No.
Dreamcast failed. So
No, what do they do then?
Dreamcast, generally speaking, everyone was like, Dreamcast was awesome. Dreamcast should not have failed. How they failed was their video games were like just burned on standard CDs. So
Oh, so
people
just ripped them off essentially because they had no DRM.
yes,
Gotcha.
yes, yes.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
for a while, people were just like, okay, DRM makes sense. Trying to protect your property makes sense. And then people kind of realized, okay, we kind of screwed the pooch, went too far, and now we lost some freedoms. So now the whole thing is like, okay, we've clearly gone too far into the let me try to protect these things with digital rights management BS. Let's pull back. Let's pull back. And we're like, oh, what about that Dreamcast? Well, hopefully, people won't lose their fucking minds anymore and do that again. Okay? Can we all just try to play nice and not lose nice things? I think I just gave a lot of people arguments as to why DRM should exist, and I don't agree with that still. But don't shoot the messenger.
Oh no. What's our next topic? AI.
Oh,
I think it's the last topic too. Oh no. This is just related. That's right.
well, the general big topic is the last topic, but yeah. Okay. What is it? Oh, Sam Altman and that's Snake in the grass. He's the snake in Woody's boot. He's the snake that that's been trying to go places he shouldn't. Okay, so early this year, it was this year. I found the fucking article. If you go to the sources, Samuel Altman Claus Houston. I think it's the second link, right? As well as the source. It came from his fucking blog, his actual blog, back in February of 2026. So this year, this fucking year. He's like, oh yes, as the years continue, tokens and things are going to get cheaper by a factor of 10 every year. Then months later, let's raise those prices. Snake in the grass. Snake in the fucking grass.
To be fair, the definition of a token is it depends per platform. I think it's like a 4-letter word. Maybe they just reduce a token to like just one character or 2 characters. So technically the price per token is dropped. You just change the definition of token. I don't know. But yeah, it's very, this guy just talks out his neck a lot, as my wife would say.
Oh, I could make a joke, but I'm not. I can make a joke right now, but I'm not. Let's see if some people are gonna get this, but this is what I'm gonna do.
I get the reference. I don't know.
Do you know the comedian Drewski?
No, I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Okay, so hold on. This is at what 116. Okay, note to future me editing this episode. Cut this part out of the episode, you dingus. And we're back after some cut take. As a matter of fact, we should start a Patreon. If you want to see these uncut, very controversial moments, go to Patreon and sign up. You know what? No, we're not gonna do Patreon. Go to essenceofzen.org. I'll create like a paid tier after we get like a decent amount of signups. Yeah.
The bonus content.
Yeah. You get to see my feet. $5. That's one for each toe on one foot.
There you go. And then.
Yeah, tell us about this one.
Sorry, I need to scroll down. Oh, yeah, this one showed up on my feed this morning. What was the name of the company? It was called... Pocket OS. That's right. Pocket OS, which I've never heard of before this. But they want to start using agentic coding. The world's Pocket OS, the world's most powerful car software.
Car
Yes.
software?
Car software.
Okay, the world's best must be a bold ass claim.
Pocket OS, who uses you?
I choose
Oh,
you.
is this like on?
OS.
I guess so. I don't know what this is about, but regardless, they're trying to introduce AI to streamline or make their coding faster or whatever. And they came out with a story about how they use Cursor. I don't know if this is the first time they use Cursor, but they're using Cursor. And it basically one-shotted their database by taking it all off and deleting it. Because, yeah, chatbots be like that. And, people say like, oh, we didn't introduce the right guardrails. You weren't specific enough with your prompt. But I don't know, man. The way these things make decisions is not always very straightforward. It doesn't make sense. There was a recent episode of Prime when he shared himself at Omicron. That's right. This conference in New York. And it's basically a celebration of like Linux and just open source software, and like it's kind of centered around Omachi, basically that distro that DHH made. And in there, he makes a talk about how now that code generation has quote unquote become cheaper, your decisions cheaper, right? Heavy emphasis there on the quotes. There's more value now in all these small decisions that you choose to make. And he said he got to witness someone asking for a feature to be made. And it's like chain of thought when he saw this model working. I said, this is implemented in Chrome or Chromium. We should consider forking Chromium. And that I don't know his real name. I think it's Paul, but Prime. He said it's like you should not just fork Chromium lightly. That is just such a huge undertaking to fork Chromium and to then keep it up to date with the like mainstream branch and make sure it doesn't get out of date. Like if we're there already with like a prototype, we've gone too far if we just decide to do that willy-nilly. And so he's talking about the emphasis of like these small decisions. And so luckily they're able to recover Pocket OS because they do have backups, which is great. Everyone should have backups. All that to say, AI makes so many mistakes, even when guided properly, even when you use like a model like Cloud Opus. So their top tier one. I don't think they revealed which exact version they use, but they were using Cloud Opus. So Magnum Opus, their top tier model, the best of the best, So that's the state of these things. They'll still take down prod for you. That's all I got.
Just to reiterate, there's a reason why GitHub has had so many damn problems being consistently up. It ain't your developers. It's a vibe.
They can't keep it up. Can't help.
We should create a company called Codagra. We just come in and help facilitate being like, just stop using AI. Solution solved. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, we help harden their systems. We help secure.
I feel a little Microsoft that's harden that system for you. Too much Microslop.
Oh. Yeah, it's like
We're not getting
Microsoft.
sponsored by Microsoft any soon.
No, not at all. Never at this point. I've badmouthed them so much. And no wonder they didn't hire me when I submitted a job application recently.
Did a reverse look. I'm like, nah. Us.
Just search my name, Zane Blaylock. First results, Microsoft. Was it what was my old saying? Five steps forward, 15 steps back, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna hire this guy. You know what?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's fine, because when you need to hire us with Codagra, we're only gonna let you buy the plan, the cuck, because the windows, you're always in people's windows, just watching.
My goodness.
I might have to cut that out.
Oy vey. Oy vey.
Yeah, Lewis is turning into a Jewish grandmother. Why do you keep doing this to yourself, Shmooly? You keep bad mouthing the big companies. They're gonna sell your data. Is that not kosher? Should I have to cut? I might have to cut this out of the episodes.
It just means you won't get. I'll save the joke for later.
I will say one thing though, big fan of Jewish people, but Netanyahu. Make sure I'm not gonna get shot. Okay.
What's that Israeli Secret Service? Mossad.
Mossad, yeah.
In my opinion, I think MI6 sounds the coolest of all the secrets. Like, yeah, MI6 just sounds kind of cool. Just dropping that digit in there.
I mean, and we all know Henry Cavill is an agent for MI6. Like we all know. We all know him. Idris Elba. Also, what's his face? Spider-Man. Tom.
Tobey Maguire.
No. I think Toby's American, but not Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I know you're talking
Tom
about
Holland?
the middle. Holland, yes.
Yeah, Holland. Yeah.
Wait, he's British?
He's British.
What?
See, he's a good spy.
Should I spell Holland with an A then instead of what the O?
Question.
Holland. Born in Kingston upon Thames. That's such a British spelling. That's such a British sounding city name. Kingston upon Thames. Where is that even?
I mean, it's either England or it's Jamaican. Welcome to Kingston, man. Little white Spider-Man out here slinging his web.
I mean, had me fooled. I thought this guy was American as it go. Kingston upon Thames, London, England, UK. Wow, he's my sister's age. Wow, feel old.
Don't do it to yourself, man. Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, he's as old as my younger sister.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, also, speaking of weird Jamaican things,
Making me great.
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, right? Billy, Mandy, and Grim. So there's an episode where they give Grim a human body, and he's white, and people are like, "Wait, why? He's Jamaican. He should, yada yada yada." Do you know the story behind that decision?
No, I didn't know it was a conscious decision.
Canonically, the creators of the show and the writers had originally planned for Grim to have been a black man. They did the episode, and apparently they had like some prototypes of the images and the colorings and everything. And word got up to the current CEO of Cartoon Network at the time. He himself personally went down and was just like, knock, knock, knock. Hey guys, what the hell are you thinking? And what do you mean? You want two little white kids who have basically forced the Grim Reaper into a solitude of slavery until the end of their days to be a black man. And they went, oh, yeah, no. And that's how Grim from Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy ended up being a white man.
That.
Smart move.
When you put it like that, it makes sense. But yeah, that probably would have. Probably would have upset a lot of people.
Smart move. What's not smart is people getting super crazy about the potential danger and not actual real danger of something that's not even yet fully released. Matter of fact, I would say it's a myth.
Mythos. Yeah, like what are your thoughts on this? I know we've talked about it a little bit offline, but
Okay, so first and foremost, for those who do not know, Mythos AI is the AI toolage platform created by Anthropic. How many freaking AI platforms have Anthropic released by now? Anyway, that is specifically dedicated to defending against and creating and generating exploits and flaws to basically plow through any particular hole in security of any platform, of any app, of any code, of any script, of any company, whatever. And so there's this whole spiel. I would call it marketing, but people say it's done for safety, that they're only going to release this tool to select companies, that being the big 5 tech companies, as well as like industries related to things like banks, right? High crucial security oriented platforms, etc. Now, I can't tell you who or how I know or whatever, but I have talked to individuals who have talked and who are friends with people that work at Anthropic on Project Mythos AI. They say, hey, some stuff is coming. You need to start preparing for it now. My thought is, I wouldn't trust somebody that works at a company that does the thing for the company. Either they're biased or they're deliberately hyping it up so you can go to where you work and say, hey, you need to start preparing to buy into Anthropic stuff and give them money. Either way, we will see issues come up from this eventually. One, when it releases, and two, when the source code eventually gets leaked to bad actors. It's gonna happen, it's a matter of time. The reason we're gonna see issues, in my humble opinion, as someone that's been in this industry for almost a decade, it's not gonna be due to the sophisticated actions or design of Mythos. It's going to be because of the lack of quality and care for a lot of applications and platforms that exist today in production. You think banks are secure because they say they are? Lewis, you and I once banked with a particular company, and they made some decisions to say, to log in, all you need is your phone number.
is this the one I think you're talking about?
Simple.
Then yeah.
I mean, they since modified and changed, but back when they were simple.
Well, yeah, and wait a minute. You're thinking of one.
Simple right? When they became one, yes.
Well, simple died out.
Yes.
Remember?
And
but one
the remnants from it became one.
The remnants from it became one. Okay. Yeah, and then they got bought out by Walmart.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
You would sign in with your phone number.
Yeah,
Only phone number. There was no, they removed passwords because why would you need a thing like passwords?
Yeah, and that's one of my least favorite ways to sign into. Phone number.
I'm sorry. No, we have YouTube channels designed of people scamming scammers, right? Because it's easy to spoof phone numbers. It's not hard.
I mean, that's where the whole eSIM thing started. Because it's harder to steal your SIM card when you lose your phone if it's just kind of integrated at a deeper level there.
Yeah.
And then you can always remotely wipe your phone, and if someone just popped out the SIM card, not a lot of people bother to lock their SIM card. Yep. That's part of the reason why eSIMs are kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So whenever Mythos becomes a bigger thing, my hope is that it just makes more people become more cognizant on security for their applications and their platforms, and it improves, and thus makes it less important to have Mythos. Realistically speaking, no. Just like how in the gaming industry, people pay for, what's it called? Denuvo, the DRM, hard lock, whatever BS thing. Because they say, Denuvo, hackers would never be able to crack your game, and therefore piracy would never come to your game if you use Denuvo. But for literally the last 10 years, every Denuvo game gets cracked in like the first day of release. And Denuvo itself lowers performance on the video game itself. Denuvo itself will cause false flags, locking out people from their games for 24 hours. So just like that, companies are gonna go, we can keep our loose security. We can keep our low risk and mid risk and high risk vulnerabilities. That's fine. We'll just pay a company money. Mythos OS will fix it. It's not. It's not. It's not. You can say you want to be fast and secure all you want. Your company's culture and history will speak volumes. If you have always cared about being fast over secure, odds are your CEO, CTO, COO, CFO is not going to want to change the modus operandi. You'll still be fast. You're going to spend extra money on some bullshit that's not going to work for you. They're going to lay off some people because they need to save some extra money. And they're going to go, why isn't this working? That's my prediction. Let's say for 2027, 2028. Let's see what happens. Like I'm legitimately curious. Let's see let's see if I'm gonna be eating crow and eating my own hat, which I'm not wearing today because I don't want to eat it. Or if I'm gonna be right and y'all will refer to me as such from then on, Negrodamus.
Yeah, no, I think you're probably right. I think there's just so many insecure apps out there, and it's particularly open source. And of course, a lot of open source stuff is just, hobby type stuff. And then you can get your patches. People saying, "Hey, you should integrate this into core," and then I think it's gonna cause a lot of burnout too in open source software. Like, this is just a passion project. I really don't care if it's secure. Like, sorry, using this in production. Like, look at the license. Go fork it.
One more time. The creator of FFmpeg is a fucking legend. And if you use FFmpeg, find a way to send that man, I don't know if it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's a guy, if I'm not mistaken, but send that person $5, buy them a coffee, pass them a bag of some green herbal supplements that'll make them feel nice and good. Do something, because that man has single-handedly created like a platform that keeps so many things running, and he is not paid for it. So
there you go.
There you go.
There you go. There's a donation link in there. PayPal, credit card, check your money order. Yeah, I'm a sponsor.
Yeah, I'm gonna just create an AI agent to say that they're the creator of FFmpeg and just try to take all the donations and have it routed to us.
Oh boy.
Find ways to break the law, kids. Don't be like all the others. Don't be a sociopath that can't control themselves and will essentially go, I'm switching to AI, give me money, and then somehow get awarded $2 billion. $2 billion for doing absolutely nothing and just saying. I make shoes for a living. I want to make an AI data center. Give me money. The f is wrong with people? I'm in the wrong profession.
I still haven't even looked at the news for it. I'm guessing what you're talking about is Allbirds.
Yes!
I haven't. I'll need to watch a video after this.
That pretty much does it for our show, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've made it. We're about an hour. It's like an hour 15. It's just fun or so. Lewis, you have any closing remarks or anything you want to bring up as a emergency topic type of thing?
Just flex those brain muscles. Don't get VibeRotted. Or if it's
I like that VibeRot. That's gonna be like a. Oh, that needs to be like a there should be a video game that's like Dark Souls, but like with tech, and like one of the ailments, like you can get poisoned, and like I think in Elden Ring there's Scarlet Rot, and this tech one there should be VibeRot. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. All right. Essence is in. We're creating a gaming studio. We're gonna make a video game that has all of this in it soon. It's gonna be all vibe coded, baby. No, I'm joking. I was gonna say I would do something to myself, but that would give Masad an excuse to do something. So no, I would not. I'm perfectly happy. I'm perfectly fine. I want to live. Okay. I'm Nico Robin from One Piece. I want to live. Thank you all for listening and watching and or whatever form of consumption this happens. I will make a note. I did not cough my lungs out this episode.
That is good.
Just going to give myself a pat on the back for that. Hopefully this episode will air sometime next week. Hopefully. I still got stuff to do, but hopefully. I'll get it done. I'll get it done.
Get her done.
I miss Larry the Cable Guy. There's so many comedians that just like stopped for whatever reason. I don't.
To be honest, I don't keep up with too many comedians.
You're good. The comedic landscape. Hold on. We'll see you in the next podcast episode. If you want to listen to more of this, you can catch us on the after the show notes. We'll probably have this uploaded to odyssey.com instead of youtube.com, as well as on essenceisin.org. I almost said .com. Where did that come from? I don't know. There's also a story about essenceisin.com and how we tried to buy it, as well as eoz.com. Maybe we'll tell it, but in a paid post on essenceisin.org. Go check it out. We'll have some other articles being released hopefully next week, I think. I got pictures I don't know if you saw, Lewis. I have like 3 or 4 articles ready to go. I just don't have the images done for them. I want to take some actual physical photos and things and have them ready.
Yeah. I've not seen it now. The chicks gets queued up.
You went in, I think last week or earlier this week. There's like one untitled post that is just empty. It's like created by Lewis. I was like, interesting.
I did.
Yeah.
Unless I brought to my keys.
We'll see you all in the next episode, everybody. Until then, as always, take care. Love y'all.